Hello, my name is Angela Carmen. Today is November 26, 2017, and this week I will be discussing over the lymphatic system. So first I will start by pointing out about 7 different areas in the lymphatic system, and then I will go more in depth on the route that it takes throughout our body. Alright, so first I'm going to point out the thymus. That's going to be in the upper anterior part of your chest, directly behind the sternum and between your lungs, so right about here. Then the spleen, which is the largest organ in the lymphatic system. It's located under the rib cage and above the stomach in the upper left quadrant. So this probably, since I'm taking the video, it looks the opposite way, but anatomically positioned, this is my left side, so it would be right up under this area, under my rib cage of the upper left quadrant of the abdomen. And then the tonsils are the soft tissue masses that are located at the rear of the throat, so the pharynx. And then next we have the appendix, which sits at the junction of the small intestine and the large intestine. And that is a thin tube, and it's about 4 inches long. And normally the appendix sits in the lower right abdomen. So you hear about people having to get their appendix removed, and I hear it's super painful, and you know when it's an appendix issue because that's how painful it is. Okay, so moving on. Then there's Peyer's patches, which are lymphoid follicles similar in many ways to the lymph nodes, and they are located in the mucosa and extending into the submucosa of the small intestine, especially in the ileum. And then there are deep cervical lymph nodes, and those are associated with the positions adjacent to the internal jugular vein, which runs near the side of the neck, which I guess it's kind of close by. So usually, sometimes I think when you have like a sore throat or, you know, strep or something, your lymph nodes are inflamed and they're swollen. And when you swallow, it hurts. That would be in that area there. And then, so those are the deep cervical lymph nodes. And then there's the axillary lymph nodes, which are located on the lower part of the armpits, posterior rear wall. So sometimes those can also be irritated and they get inflamed as well. So again, that's in the lower area here. So those are about 7 different areas of the lymphatic system. So now I'm going to go more into depth of the flow. So unlike blood, which flows throughout the body in a continuous loop, the lymph flows only in one direction within its own system. So this flow is only upward towards the neck. And then fluid that is forced out of the bloodstream during normal circulation is filtered through the lymph nodes to remove bacteria, abnormal cells, and other matter. This fluid is then transported back into the bloodstream via the lymph. To help move the lymph toward the lymphatic ducts, there is a series of many one-way check valves throughout the lymphatic vessels. These check valves allow the lymph to move toward the lymphatic ducts and close when lymphatic attempts to flow away from the ducts. So in the limbs, the skeletal muscle contraction squeezes the wall of the lymphatic vessels to push lymph through the valves and towards the thorax. In the trunk, the diaphragm pushes down into the abdomen during inhalation. So that's breathing in. And then this increased abdominal pressure pushes lymph into the less pressurized thorax. The pressure gradient reverses during exhalation. So that's when you exhale, blowing out. But the check valve prevents lymph from being pushed backwards. So again, unlike blood, which circulates all throughout our body, the lymph is going all in one direction. And then there's the one-way valve, so it's not flowing back down. So in summary, the lymph is transported transported through lymphatic vessels by the skeletal muscle pump. Contractions of skeletal muscles constrict the vessels to push the fluid forward. And then check valves are what prevent the fluid from flowing back towards the lymphatic capillaries. So lymph nodes are small kidney-shaped organs and of the lymphatic system. So again, my name is Angela Carmen. It's November 26, 2017. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.